Human population is increasing day by day. This has also led to the increased demands of food and various food products. Enhancement in food production is one of the major necessity of this time. So number of strategies have to be evolved for the increased production of food. Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Minakshi, PGT Biology from KV number 2 Air Force Station Halwara. We will talk about chapter 9 from unit 3 under the title Strategies for Enhancement in Food Production in this video. We will discuss number of techniques like animal husbandry and plant breeding in the coming topics. Both of these techniques are very important for the production of food or enhancement of the food production. So other techniques like tissue culture and the embryo transfer technology are also very promising in increasing the production of food. So now let's take up what is animal husbandry. The word husbandry means the management of domestic affair. The term used in connection with animal husbandry includes proper feeding, breeding and care and also housing of the livestock. We can also say that animal husbandry is the agricultural practice of breeding and raising livestock. Certain animals like buffalo, cow, sheep and goat, horses, pigs and camels. These are domesticated by the human beings for the commercial purpose. So therefore these farm animals are referred to as the livestock. Poultry is also included under animal husbandry because it requires or it involves breeding and rearing of certain birds for their meat and eggs. Fisheries are also included under animal husbandry. This involves rearing, catching and selling of fish, mollusks and certain crustaceans like prawns and crabs. Human beings are dependent on animals for n number of products. They are dependent on animals for their food, like milk, eggs and meat are obtained from the animals. Fibers like wool and silk are also obtained from them. Honey, which is of medicinal value, is obtained from from honeybees, and also certain animals like horses, donkeys or yaks are used for labor purpose. It is estimated that more than 70% of the world livestock population is in India and China. However, it is surprising to note that the contribution to the world farm produce is only 25% by these countries. That is, the productivity per unit is very low. Therefore, in addition to old practices of animal breeding and care, new techniques have to be used to improve quality and productivity. So now let's talk about management of farms and farm animals. Management is the art and science of combining ideas, facilities, processes, materials and labors to produce and market a worthwhile product or service successfully. Some of the management procedures in various farm animals are like dairy farm management. Dairying is the management of animals for milk and its products for human consumption. In dairy farm management, we deal with the processes and systems that increase yield and improve quality of milk. Milk yield is primarily dependent on the quality of breeds in the farm. For example, Sahiwal, Gir and Red Sindhi breed of cattle are the milch breed because they are reared only for the milk production. Other breeds are there which are like Nagori or Malvi of cattle. These are low milk producing breeds, so therefore they are not used for milk production, rather they are used as draught animals. Kankrech is a breed which is used for dual purpose. So selection of good breeds having high yielding potential is must, and it is also to be seen that the breeds which are selected are resistant to certain diseases. How can dairy farm be managed? Dairy farms must be housed well. Adequate ventilation, suitable temperature, sufficient light, water, air and well-drained housing accommodations should be provided to the animals. Water which is provided must be adequate and clean. Food which is to be given to the cattle must be done scientifically. Special emphasis on quality and quantity of the fodder should be done. The water and the feeding areas of the animals must be separate. The farms must be maintained disease free. If the animal is well looked after, the resistance to diseases develop and animal is protected from the diseases. Stringent cleanliness and hygiene both of the handlers and the cattle is very important, because the handlers are involved in the extraction of milk, its storage and its packaging also. So therefore nowadays mechanized tools or the machines are used for doing this purpose, right? So this has reduced the direct contact between the milk and its products with the handler of the milk, so thereby the contamination chances are reduced. So to ensure that the stringent cleanliness and hygienic practices are followed, there must be regular inspections in the farmhouses and proper record keeping should be maintained. Animals must be visited regularly by a veterinary doctor. So if any animal is diseased, it must be identified immediately and it can be treated well in time. So therefore the productive potentialities of livestock are controlled by three principal factors. First was the genetic makeup, nutrition, and the next is the environment, including the climatic conditions of particular area. Now talking about poultry farm management. As it was told that poultry is the class of domesticated fowls or birds used for food or for their eggs. They typically include chicken and ducks and sometimes turkey and geese also. The word poultry in specific refers to the meat of only these birds, but in a more general sense it may refer to the meat of other birds also. Poultry farm can be managed by selection of disease-free and suitable breeds. Proper and safe farm conditions must be maintained. Brooder house should be crowd-free, rain-proof and protected from predators. It should have windows with wire mesh for adequate ventilation. Proper feed and water should be provided to the birds. There should be proper sanitation and hygiene. The house should be cleaned and disinfected. Good drainage system is essential to keep the poultry yard clean. The birds must be provided with the proper veterinary aid. If any bird is diseased, it must be isolated immediately from the rest of the flock. Students, you might have heard about the outbreak of certain diseases in birds. One of the most common is the bird flu. Bird flu is caused by a virus H5N1. All sick birds suspected of the disease must be separated from healthy birds immediately. There must be proper disposal of dead birds and excreta. The house are to be disinfected. The general procedure for control of infectious diseases should be followed. If this is not done, then this type of viruses can lead to the death of large number of birds, thereby reducing the production of milk and eggs by these birds. Now let's talk about animal breeding. Animal breeding is a technique that aims at increasing the yield of animals and also improving the desirable qualities of the produce. Breed refers to a group of animals who are related by descent and similar in most characters like general appearance, features, size and configuration. So if you look at this figure, you can see that all of these animals have general appearance which is similar. Their feature, size, configuration is similar. So you can easily identify that all these animals are the breeds of sheep. Jersey is an improved cattle breed and Leghorn is an improved chicken breed. Breeding of animals require two types of approaches. One is inbreeding and other one is outbreeding. As the name suggests, inbreeding refers to the mating of more closely related individuals within the same breed for about 4 to 6 generations. So, the steps involved in inbreeding include selection of a superior male. A superior male in the case of cattle is the bull which gives rise to superior progeny as compared to those of other males. It is followed by selection of a superior female also, and superior female in the case of cattle is the cow or buffalo that produces more milk per lactation. So these two are mated in pairs, and the progeny which is obtained is evaluated, and the superior parents are selected for further matings. So this would lead to increase in the homozygosity. Thus inbreeding is necessary if we want to evolve pure line in any animal. It also helps in accumulation of superior genes and elimination of less desirable genes. But inbreeding also exposes harmful recessive genes that are eliminated by selection. Therefore, this approach, where there is selection at each step, it increases the productivity of inbred population. However, continued inbreeding, especially close inbreeding, will reduce the fertility and even productivity of that particular breed. So this condition is called as inbreeding depression. How can we overcome this problem? Selected animals of the breeding population should be mated with unrelated superior animals of the same breed. So by doing this, this will help us to restore fertility and yield of that breed. Coming to outbreeding now. Out means it is the breeding of the unrelated animals, which may be between individuals of the same breed, but they will not have any common ancestors for 4 to 6 generations. Outbreeding can also include breeding between different breeds or different species. So outbreeding is of 3 types: outcrossing, crossbreeding, and interspecific hybridization. Outcrossing is the practice of mating of animals within the same breed. Like Sahiwal male and Sahiwal female are from the same breed, but when they are mated, they must not have common ancestors on either sides of their pedigrees up to 4 to 6 generations if outcrossing is done. The offsprings of such a mating is known as an outcross, and this is one of the best breeding methods for animals that are below average in productivity in milk production, and also they are showing low growth rates in beef cattle. This outcross, a single outcross, can often help to overcome inbreeding depression. Next category was of crossbreeding. In crossbreeding, superior males of one breed are mated with superior females of the another breed. So this will allow the combination of the desirable qualities of two breeds in one animal. The progeny hybrid animals can be used for commercial production, or they may be subjected to further form of inbreeding and selection to develop new stable breeds that may be superior to the existing breeds. One breed of sheep, that is Hussar tail, was developed by crossbreeding Bikaneri ewes with Merino rams. Interspecific hybridization. In this method, male and female animals of two different related species are mated. Inter means between. Species here referred to. Specific here refers to species. So in some cases, the progeny may combine desirable features of both the parents and may be of considerable economic value. One of the cross is a cross between female horse mare and a male donkey has led to the production of mule, which is having the characteristics of both of these animals. So students, I hope you have understood the topic. Now let's do certain questions. Describe the term breed. What is inbreeding depression? How it can be overcome? How is new breed of sheep Hussar tail produced? Write differences between inbreeding and outbreeding. How can we manage dairy farms? I hope you can answer these questions. Thank you everyone. and have a nice day.